Hi aspirants, welcome to Edufy. Today we are going to discuss about the Ladakh issue. As you can see, my topic that Ladakh yesterday was on fire. We saw 7 people's death and many people's injured. Let's talk about its socio-economic, diplomatic and political constraints. Let's discuss basic about Ladakh. In the year 2019, the powerful government of India, BJP, has recommended present the bill of removing 370 article, which was running on India for decades since 1950s. We all know that 370 articles, including 35A, was providing special status to this state that whatever decisions that Union Government of India will make, that is from parliamentary basis, that cannot directly implemented in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, where Ladakh was also the part. We know that according to 370 article, they were having their own constitutional body, including they were making their own laws, except international relations, border security, and communication. These three things were only in the hands of Union Government of India. Other all related decisions were in the hand of Jammu Kashmir Parliament. Now, what is the real section here which we need to focus? When Ladakh was the part of Jammu Kashmir as a state before removing 370, Ladakh was considered as quite a peaceful province of Jammu Kashmir. There were many reasons, maybe, but the most adorable reason was the people in that place are 95% tribals and they were not in engagement with any kind of separatist or terrorist activities. Therefore, Ladakh was considered was a peaceful area of Jammu Kashmir. Right after removing of 370 article from Parliament in 2019, Ladakh and Jammu Kashmir became two different territories and it directly came under the control of Union government. That means Jammu Kashmir got Union territory and Ladakh also received Union territory conditions. In one side, Jammu Kashmir people, local people, separatists, they were against the decision of removing 370A, and on the other side, Ladakh people were in support of removing Article 370. The reason being, let's discuss about it. As you can see in my back, constitutional foundation and background, we know that in October 31, the decision was made to remove or separate the Ladakh from Jammu Kashmir territory. Apart from it, finally, under Jammu Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019, the Ladakh province was separated from Jammu Kashmir. After this, direct administration of that union territories came under lieutenant generals that are the direct representative of Union Government of India. We all know that Puducherry, Delhi, they have legislative assembly even though they are union territories, but Ladakh and Jammu Kashmir do not have only Ladakh do not have legislative assembly. That means no political representation in the center. We also know that if you want to see the demographic division of Ladakh, the population majority follows Buddhism and another population or half of the population is the follower of Islam. But 95% peoples are tribal peoples in this particular place. But the strategic location that Ladakh has that we all should know. Ladakh, as we know, it comes and share border with China from LAC, that is line of actual control, and Pakistan's LOC, that is line of control. We know that this is a fragile belt of India. Development of this place and region is most and utmost prioritized thing because this may play a very important strategic role in terms of maintaining relations with Pakistan and China. So in terms of geographical place, it is strategically important, plus conservation of the local culture and the tribal ethnicity is one of also the major challenge in front of government. Right after separation of Ladakh from Jammu Kashmir in 2019 as a union territory, people of Ladakh were continuously in demand to give them sixth schedule consideration provision, including their cultural basic conservation rights. All right. So this demand of conservation of their culture, language, and the people were going on for 3 to 4 years. We know the very pronounced name of Ladakh, that social activist, environmental activist, and political activist, Sonam Wangchuk. In recent days, we have seen the recent peace breaking activities in Ladakh, where Sonam Wangchuk is also got arrested by the police under National Security Act, right? So this is the current situation which is currently going on, but the reason behind that situation in Ladakh is decades old of their underprivileged conditions. Let's see the next other slide. We will see, find out the key factors. Genesis of Ladakh, as I have mentioned, the governance, the main issue is the people are not heard by the Delhi government and the parliament. Why? Because of lack of political representation from Ladakh Union Territory. That is one of the major issue. So when this organizations and the famous organization of Ladakh went for peace rally, their voices were unheard. Now, according to the regular protest against and for the preservation of their own people, they went violent this time. And this is a picture of Sonam Wangchuk, everybody knows it, right? Here, governance deficit has the same meaning which I am saying, right? As if you cannot read it, you can read it from here. All right, let's move to the other slide. Next slide. According to the principal stakeholders of Ladakh, especially lay apex body, that is LAB, Kargil Democratic Alliance, these two apex body of Ladakh are in continuous peaceful demand of providing sixth schedule provision to this tribal union territory, because 95, again I'm mentioning, 95% of people are tribals. So according to the sixth schedule of Indian constitution, these tribal areas shall be protected under the article schedule 6, right? So apart from this, in our next slide, what we have is strategic importance and national security. As I have mentioned already, I'll make a small diagram. You can skip the making part of the diagram. Okay, as you can see the video. So Ladakh province. As you can see in the video, the red line is LOC and the yellow line is LAC. This Ladakh province, as you can see, it is directly coming in contact with China border, directly in coming with China occupied Kashmir, including Pakistan occupied Kashmir, that is Gilgit-Baltistan region. Apart from this, the importance of this strategic Ladakh, geographical strategic Ladakh, is the CPEC agreement which Pakistan has signed with China, is that corridor going through this project, this region, where India can hold a very strong position not to let CPEC agreement happen, especially in that sector, because this region of Pakistan occupied Kashmir is disputed, right? So I'm mentioning here CPEC. CPEC means China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, right? That was signed by Pakistan and China under the ambitious project of China was OBOR, One Belt, One Road project, right? So this is a basic strategic importance of Ladakh. Apart from it, Ladakh development itself plays a very vital role, because it is playing a buffer zone between two major countries, that is China and India. So Ladakh development in terms of employment, industries are really important in terms of strategic importance, border security. So this is the basic thing. And when we talk about, this is the second point which you may observe, that is Siachen operations. Siachen operations. Siachen, as we know, is here, and it is the highest battleground in the world. Siachen operation, that was, we can see that Siachen was occupied by POK reasons, China reasons. So forcefully Indian army has conquered that place, and from then it became the top level battleground or highest battleground in entire world. And connectivity corridor, I have already said that CPEC agreement, right, including it is meeting India with China. So that was a strategic importance. Let's talk about socio-economic challenges. We all know that Himalaya is going through a severe shift of climate, that is climate change. The disparity of rainfall, regular glacier melting, and biodiversity loss is one of the major concerns in Leh Ladakh and other Himalayan regions. The Ladakh province is the place where snow leopard and rare other bird species are the home, and the place is totally going under the climate change conditions. The regular and unstable economic condition is breaking the backbone of society in terms of unemployment and other non-economic conditions. These development gaps are one of the severe issues because some are maybe geographical factors and some are lack of political will factors, including some political lack of political representation in the center. The poor connectivity of road is one of the major infrastructure issues that Ladakh province is regularly facing even when 370 article was there. Ladakh province is geographically disconnected most of the times because of climatic conditions, that is severe extreme climate plus irregular road connectivity. So these are the basic challenges that the local peoples are facing, plus other reasons, geographical disadvantages, including lack of and poor connectivities. Next point or next slide, in which we can also see government response and development. As I want to mention here that Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi just 2 years back has declared one condition for the companies manufacturing industries and welcome all of them or most of them to construct or make their units in Ladakh. So to develop the employment conditions in Ladakh for their local peoples, including there is some relaxation for the companies like escaping of EIA, that is Environment Impact Assessment. That means the companies don't have to take any environment clearance certificate. This is one kind of approach that government was taking for the development of Leh Ladakh regions. Apart from it, regular commitment, regular talks with the apex community, apex groups of those belts can solve the issues. Under the development programs, Jojila, which was considered as a outstanding step for connectivity, easy connectivity between Leh Ladakh with the Jammu Kashmir province. The place which was taking 1 or 2 days to connect through the road, Jojila Pass, reconstruction and tunnels has made it more advancement in connectivity, which acquires less time. Apart from it, energy security projects, Ladakh is considered to be the most highest producer or can be highest producer of solar electricity because of its height and its irrelevant or like unconditional plain surfaces in the height, right? Cultural preservation is one of the major factor in this geographical ground. As I mentioned, people here 95% are tribes, so they need a sixth schedule conservation or provisions. These are the basic conditions in Ladakh. Apart from it, strategic way of forward, what we can suggest is balanced approach with the local communities and their representatives, stakeholder dialogues like Kargil, Kargil areas, especially the Muslim communities and tribal communities there. Apart from it, constitutional safeguard is important because other states have also got the tribal status under the sixth schedule, plus democratic decentralization, the dependency of Ladakhi people only, not only in the center of India or the center union government, but also the representation of Ladakh in overall democracy. Apart from it, regular and sustainable development. Approach to the sustainable development. The requirement of sustainable development is important in Ladakh because the climate and people and culture, all these three things are very sensitive and fragile. Now, the aspirants shall understand why this topic is important in terms of your examination. In terms of examination relevance, it is important in terms of GS paper 1 for UPSC as well as any state who has implemented GS paper 1. Apart from it, GS paper 2, all right, and GS paper 3 in terms of security, in terms of society, in terms GS paper 1 society, and in terms of federalism and center state relation terms. So these are the basic sectors from where the Ladakh region or topic becomes important for any state civil services and UPSC. This was it with the topic. I hope aspirants would have find any important information from this video. So stay with us. We'll see you again. Thank you.